everyone, happy Friday. This is the beginning of my 5th reading vlog, which means I've been doing this for a month, which is crazy because I went from making no videos for, a year? No, 2 or 3 years, I think, to making or recording one at least every other day and uploading weekly, which I'm actually really proud of. I have the day off today. If you watch my last vlog, then I look exactly the same because I'm recording it on Friday morning. It's currently 11:30 and I kind of just woke up because the day before on Thursday I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I was exhausted all day because I just couldn't get back to sleep because I was feeling anxious. This morning I woke up at like 6:30 as usual, but then I was just absolutely exhausted and I fell back asleep and then slept until 11:45 or something ridiculous. I was going to go to the gym and run another 5k, but I'm going to do that tomorrow instead because today I'm going to spend the day reading and I'm going to do a 12-hour readathon. Except it's not really going to be 12 hours, it's going to be more like 11, but that doesn't sound quite as catchy. I've got absolutely nothing to do all day apart from pick my boyfriend up from London at 11 o'clock. I'm going to get so much reading done, it's going to be fantastic. For my readathon, I think I can probably manage 2 books maybe, if not more. I don't want to be too ambitious, but I have come up with a couple of books that I'd like to read. First of all, I want to finish Hidden Pieces by Paula Stokes, which I've been reading for the past couple of days. It's a thriller and it's coming out in August, but I was in the mood for a thriller, so I decided to pick it up. And I'm about 35% of the way through that, so I will finish that today. I've got about an hour and a half left, I think. And then if I'm in the mood for a fantasy, I'm going to read 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare, which I've been told is really good, although it mostly sets up the plot for the sequel. So I'm hoping I'm going to really enjoy this. And if I do love it, then I might buy the second book and then marathon the 2 books that are out so far. If I'm not a fan of it, then I'm probably going to pick a contemporary arc that I have received. I'm thinking I might read Heretics Anonymous, which is also coming out in the summer, but I've received an e-arc of that. So I could read that, or I could maybe get a new release like American Panda because I've been dying to read that and it sounds really good. The reviews are amazing. I've got a couple of YouTube videos to catch up with as well. I saw that Lily from Lily C Reads posted her Prisoner of Azkaban video. I will keep you updated on the readathon as I go along. Let's hope it goes well. Hi again everyone, so it's 1:15 and I just finished Hidden Pieces. I really enjoyed it. It was a really good thriller mystery and it made me so paranoid. Like I said in my last video, I'm not going to tell you guys if my theory that I mentioned in my last video was correct. I did really enjoy the mystery and the twists and things, and I liked the way that it made me so paranoid and it had me accusing everyone. All of the characters were a suspect at some point. So that's book 1 of the readathon done. I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to start 3 Dark Crowns in a bit, but first I want to make some cupcakes or banana bread or something because I'm really hungry. Just finished making the cupcakes and they turned out quite well actually. One of them isn't quite cooked, but that was the only one. They're a little bit ugly because the piping was more difficult than I thought it would be. Here they are. I know, they're quite impressive. So now I've tidied up the kitchen a little bit. There's still a little bit more to do, but I'm gonna do that after I've had lunch. And I'm gonna maybe go and watch some YouTube videos before starting 3 Dark Crowns, which I'm really excited for. So I'm gonna try and get to that before like 3 o'clock, I think. So I've got a solid like 7 hours to try and finish it, which I'm sure will be fine. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'll let you know once I'm a little bit of the way into it. I don't actually know much about the book, just that it's a fantasy about 3 sisters who are all trying to get the crown. I'm not really sure what the plot is, to be honest, but I'm looking forward to reading it. I've just read the first chapter of 3 Dark Crowns and we're off to a kind of brutal start. I've met Catherine, who is a poisoner. I think what's happening is she's one of 3 triplets and her 2 sisters are also going to be going for the throne. One of them is an elemental, one of them's a naturalist, which I'm not really sure what that means. Like, it could be she's some sort of nudist, who knows. Catherine, who, like I said, I've just met, is a poisoner, but she doesn't have a very strong gift, so she had to go through this ceremony. She had to prove that she could eat this poisoned food. She didn't do very well because her gift isn't that great. But I was surprised by how brutal it was. Like, she was being raised by 2 women called Natalia and Genevieve, and they were absolutely awful towards her, so that was a bit difficult to read, and I wasn't expecting that in the first 30 pages. I felt absolutely awful for her, and I wasn't expecting it to be that dark that quickly. I've read 2 more chapters, and I've now met all 3 of the sisters, and I honestly do not know yet which one is going to be my favourite. I think they're all pretty great, to be honest. It turns out the naturalist isn't actually a nudist. She can, or she should be able to control plants and trees, and she should have a familiar. But she hasn't got one yet because her powers aren't that great. It turns out she's not the strongest, which is a bit of a shame because I actually really like her. And then the other one can control the elements. I think Catherine might be my least favourite so far. But this is obviously just initial reactions because I've only read one chapter for each of them. To be honest, I'm actually loving this book already. I don't know if that's going to change if like it starts to piss me off. It's like something might happen. There might be a love triangle or insta-love or something that makes me dislike the book. Hopefully it's going to stay this good because I'm flying through it. I'm currently 63 pages in. And I've only been reading like 40 minutes, I think. It's currently 4 o'clock and I'm pretty sure I started at like 3:30 because I was watching videos. I am now 200 pages into 3 Dark Crowns. I've got a hair mask on, which is why my hair looks ridiculous. I've been reading solidly for about 45 minutes and I've read another 100 pages, so I think it's going well. It's about 7 o'clock at night, so I'm about to break for dinner. I'm going to stop here for a moment. I'm probably about halfway through. I am really enjoying it. It's just there's not insta-love exactly, but the love story there's been a lot of kissing so far, like a whole lot of kissing, which I don't love in books, to be honest. Like really early on in the first 200 pages, that the characters don't all need to have a love interest and their first kiss or, you know, any of that unless it's a contemporary or something. This is a fantasy and I don't really see why she's introduced so many different love stories so quickly. And there's also a bit of a love triangle going on, and I'm a bit annoyed about that because that is the one thing I said that I didn't want. But I am really enjoying the book and I really like the 3 queens. I think they're all fantastic in their own way. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the story progresses. So I'm going to have a quick dinner and then power on through. I'm hoping to finish it tonight because it is a really fast read. I don't know if I'll be able to start the sequel, but I'm strongly considering buying it right now because I'm enjoying the first book. Hello, I've showered and stuff now, so my hair looks much better. And I've only read a couple more pages of 3 Dark Crowns because I've had dinner and stuff. But I read a couple more pages and now I don't know what this romance is doing. Like, I'm on page 204 and these characters are walking around holding hands when one of the characters has already been kissing and presumably sleeping with another character. This newest couple have only just met. I don't understand why this romance is happening. I was okay with the first one because there was history there between the characters, but now in the new relationship, what the hell is going on? I don't like it. I'm not enjoying this romance at all. Everything else is fantastic. I love the world building. I love that all of these characters are on an island. There's a mainland that does things completely differently. I love that the 3 women are kind of going against each other because they're all meant to be really powerful, though some of them aren't, and the most powerful one doesn't want to kill her sisters. But what is going on with this romance? I just don't understand it. Maybe one of the characters will die and then it will be like a grief story arc or something. I don't know. It's currently 10 to 9 and I've got maybe another hour of this readathon left before I have to go and pick Quill up from London. Quill's my boyfriend, in case you didn't know. He's not just some random guy that I'm going to pick up from the city. I've actually really, really enjoyed reading all day. I'm a little bit tired now because I was just exhausted yesterday, so that's carried over to today. It's been a really fun reading day and I'm going to do this more often. I might do it again next week because next Saturday I think I'll be by myself with no distractions, so I can do the same thing then. So I'm on page 204. I'm going to carry on reading for another hour or so before I have to leave. Hopefully this stupid romance won't ruin the book for me because they tend to do that and I thought this book was going to be different. So we'll see. It might get better. I really need to go and make a coffee because I'm so tired. So I'm just about to go and pick Quill up from London and I thought I would give you a final update on this readathon, which I sporadically decided to do. So this lighting is awful, like so unflattering. Bloody hell. I read another 70 pages of 3 Dark Crowns, so I'm now on page 271 and again, the romance thing was not a good look. I'm not enjoying that part at all, but I'm really enjoying the world building and the writing, and it's really fast paced, obviously, because I've read like 300 pages in one day. So I'm going to carry on with it later when I get back, maybe, or I will carry on tomorrow. after I've met up with some friends. Yeah, I might finish it this weekend, depending on how the weekend goes. Morning everyone, so I've just gotten to work. It's currently Wednesday morning. I finished 3 Dark Crowns yesterday because I took a little bit of a break over the weekend and I ended up really enjoying it. It's not my favourite fantasy book and it is a little bit slow, and I had major issues with the romance because, like I've been saying before, it was unnecessary and the love interest guy is an arse. There is no way I'm going to warm up to him in the sequel, so he might as well just, you know, vanish because I'm not a fan of him. I've read one of Kendare Blake's other books, Anna Dressed in Blood, and I found that the romance in that was also too much for me. So I think I just have a problem with her romances. But other than that, I'm really enjoying the story. Didn't see the ending coming at all. That was really well done because there were no, well, as far as I'm aware, there were no like major hints that anything like that was going to happen. It was just casually thrown in there, and then it made so much sense because it just makes sense with the story and with what's been going on. After finishing that, I then went ahead and bought the sequel, One Dark Throne, because I want to read that while I've still got the momentum going. Because, like I've said to a couple of other people, there is a massive cast of characters in this series. I took a break for a couple of days. That was a mistake because there are so many characters that you have to keep track of. I went back into it having lost the momentum, and I was still enjoying the book, but I wasn't loving it as much as I was on Friday when I was marathoning the whole thing. I'm 10% of the way into it and I'm really liking it. I am wondering if there's going to be another twist at the end of this book, and I've got a couple of theories on what that could be, but I don't even know if there is going to be a twist, so who knows, I could just be like clutching at straws and making things up out of thin air. I know that the third book comes out in September, so I can recap them for Recap Tins because that's a popular series that we are missing. Hey everyone, so look at me vlogging in public. I'm doing so well. Basically what's happened is Britain has been hit by a snowstorm, which we're calling the Beast from the East, which is a freaking stupid name if you ask me. It's like wind and snow from Eastern Europe and Russia. It's kind of crippled the south and the north because we're pathetic. We can't handle a bit of snow. I'm walking to the train station because I don't want to drive because that's what my hill looks like. I don't want to drive up later once the ice and the snow sets, and that's just going to be awful. So I decided to walk to work. Don't even know if I'm talking loudly enough. So that's how my Thursday's going. I don't know how great yours is. I'm going to put the camera away now because my hand is freezing. I haven't got a glove on the other hand and I'm cold. So I'm going to carry on walking to the train station. Hope you all have a good weekend. We got to leave a little bit early because the snow is getting a bit crazy for the south of England and everyone's freaking out. Thought I would just tell you what I thought of One Dark Throne, or what I'm thinking so far rather, because I haven't finished it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm 35% of the way through, I think, and I've got another couple of hours left of it. I'm not sure if I'm enjoying it as much as the first book, but it is enjoyable. And I'm really glad that I marathoned the books because, like I said before, there's a massive cast of characters and keeping them all straight would have been really freaking annoying. This one definitely seems a lot more plot driven. First one was a lot of setup and world building and stuff, whereas this one, the characters are actually doing stuff and things are happening. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably going to finish it tonight. The week has been a bit up and down, but thank you for sticking with me, and I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and feelings on the 3 Dark Crowns series so far. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to carry on reading One Dark Throne in the next reading vlog, and I'll let you know what I think. I hope you all have a really good weekend.